Another special guest today.
Mm-hmm.
My brother, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, man.
What's
Tell us
going
who you are.
on? My name is Key. You know what I'm saying? Living in this information, man. Just doing it. Just after the Most High's heart. What's
Mm.
going on with you?
So you know the world want to know, man. What was the growing up process like for you? Like what was key childhood like
Mm-hmm.
growing up? Was it both families or
Both
like
families?
mother and father or?
Well, no. So, growing up, I grew up. It was just me, my mother, and my sister. You know what I'm saying? So my pops, he got locked up when I was one. And he was in my life. Like he was there and stuff. You know what I'm saying? The pictures, all that. He
Mm-hmm.
was definitely in my life. But when he had to go do his time, it was when I was one. So it's like a lot of baby pictures leading up to like that age, and then he
Mm-hmm.
went to the feds. So just growing up, it was me, my mom, and my sister. You know what I'm saying? So just growing up, I kind of talked on before. You know what I'm saying? Just growing up in an environment of I wanted to be one of the kids that be outside playing and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it just things started to transpire. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm having to operate and survive within my environment. You know what I'm saying? Like I always wanted to keep it cool. I never wanted to. I ain't trying to be no gangster or nothing like that. I just wanted to have fun. But as I grew up, things was happening, things was transpiring, and now I'm having to defend myself. I'm having to figure things out. You know what I'm saying? Because my pops went in. I didn't really have a father figure around, and I've spoken on that before too about how the males I grew up around, it just in my mind, it didn't look right what they was doing. It was like I wanted to do the opposite, and I did. It was just the things they was like, the way they would operate towards women, the way they would be compromising things. I would see that. I can say that now because I have the information.
Right.
But the way I seen them operate, I'm just like, it didn't look right. And just, looking at them now, you can see the compromising of how they operated, how it looks on them. You can see it on them. You know what I'm saying? You don't see the life in them because of how they were operating. So it just, when you get into the information, you see the seriousness of the spiritual realms. You see how, like, the way we operate in our life, how it shows on us. You know what I'm saying? How you'll look around and you'll see people and it just look like it's death on them.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? You don't see no life in majority of the people that are outside information. It just, you see it on them. No matter how they try to portray, I'm good, but we can see that
Yeah.
because we got the eyes to see what's really going on. So it just things that I've seen growing up, and I just continuously desired information. When I be talking to my sister, she always be telling me like, you always like trying to find something. My mama say that too, like you always looking for some information. As I got older, I'd be trying to like read books, and like I done tried to read like the, what is that, like the rich book. Like it's a lot
Yeah.
of books
Think and
of,
Grow Rich.
yeah, Think and Grow Rich. The richest man in
Babylon. Yeah.
Babylon. Like all the books. I think even there was a time I tried to look into the 48 Laws of Power. Like all those books that they try to say like this how you become rich and stuff like that. So I'm trying to read them books. I'm trying to get knowledge from them, and it only went so far. Like I'll be reading them, and then it'll lose my attention. Like
Mm.
my attention to go away from it, and even like just that the religious aspect or whatever. I grew up like in a like Baptist church or whatever, and so that was like that's what I was doing growing up. We would go to church,
Mm-hmm.
and over time we stopped going. Like me and my mom, my sister, we kind of stopped going. But my granny, she was always like in the church ushering and stuff, and so over time, I think as I got older, we kind of was going back, here and there. We'll be like, every other Sunday or something
Mm.
like that. It wasn't like deep, but in that time, I'm still like, trying to read and find knowledge. Like it's just something that I was always seeking. Like it's like I don't know what it was. I'm like, it's something out here for me. Like I don't know. It's some type of something that I'm connected to, and I haven't found it yet. So I'm like, I'm always seeking it, like trying to, the church I'm trying to find these books. I'm trying to find the knowledge and like the last little time when I was looking for some information when I came upon like the Nation of Islam. So I'm reading their books. I'm the Message to the Black Man in America. I'm How to Eat to Live. Like I done cop like all the books off like NOI, and I'm like
Yeah.
paying attention to the was it the Miriam Mosque, the sermons that they have or something like on Sundays.
Or down in Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm looking at that. I'm watching that, and I'm just like, I end up like falling off from it because I'm like, it's not grasping. It's not it. It's not it. This is not. It's not what I'm looking for. It's not that. And then just we continue. Now I'm in Miami. That's when I was in Miami when I was like paying attention to the nation and stuff. And so down there, I'm in the environment, and it's all everybody. A lot of people rich and stuff like that. Majority of people well off, and I'm around individuals that's well off. You know what I'm saying? Like Rolls Royces, all that. Like I'm working with somebody that has all of this stuff that people want so bad, and I see how that individual is operating, with those things, and it's something missing. Like it's they ain't got enough. Everybody in the world, they ain't got enough. It's always something missing. No matter if they rich, if they so-called got knowledge, it's something that's missing. So eventually, I come upon the information. You know what I'm saying? I stumble across like Dre's page, and I'm like, okay, hold on. Like I see something, because it's cats in the game that I communicate with and stuff like that. And then it led me to Dre. It led me to it. And when I hear Dre talking, it's just the passion that I hear. It's something in it. It's something I hear within it. So now I'm locked into like his YouTube. Like I'm looking at his YouTube, and like now I'm like watching it every day. Like I'm looking at his videos on his page. I'm like, I'm just watching. I'm going to the gym. I'm playing. I'm just listening to it in my ear. I'll continuously play it, and then that one day he was like, he said, "Let me raise you," and that's when it hit me. I'm like, okay, let me get up in here. Let me see what's really going on up in here, man. It's just that it didn't open up, man. Like I found what I've been looking for all my life. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. It was something. It was in my spirit. You know what I'm saying? And that being awakened. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm just growing in that. And I stay right there. And over time, just everything in the world just it dissipates because it's like you constantly focused on the most high, and it's just that stuff just it falters. All that just begins to falter, and you lose that care for it. Like it don't, if it ain't about pleasing the most high, it just it's pointless to even engage in. It's just this one clip, Dre talking about if it ain't about conquering, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you even go F with that? Why would you even waste your time even looking at that? What's the point of that? All the stuff that we've experienced in our life is, like I say, I've been fighting over 26 years of indoctrination and socialization. Like, the enemy done had his time with me. You know what I'm saying? You done had your time with me, bro. And he'll still try to get at you about how you used to be. He still be like, you remember when you used to do this and do that? You need to come on back up. Like, nah, bro. Like, I done got this information. Nah. So I'm constantly after the most high, you know what I'm saying? Because I know how long that was. 26 years, that's a very long time. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of my consistency. That's a part of why I be so locked in, because I know what I'm fighting against. You know what I'm saying? I know who our enemy is. I know we got an enemy, you know what I'm saying? And I just continue to operate in that love because, love conquers all. Love is the way to, just operate in the world that we in. As much as people make it seem like it's soft or something like that, it's just always these cognitions of how somebody should be, trying to be gangster and stuff like that. That's why I never just put emphasis on that, operating like that. You know what I'm saying? I never was trying to be that way. When I started having like a gun when I'm growing up, I wasn't showing it and stuff like I'm having it so I could feel protected. I felt like I was protected when I had a gun. I was like, okay, I'm cool. Like, I got this. I can move how, I can do what I do. I'm cool. But at just growing up, that just was how it happened with me. I never was trying to just purposely like seek that and be a thug. Like I'm just trying to be successful. I'm trying to
Yeah.
find some success in this life. I'm trying to find what I thought success was. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was seeking. So, but now in the information, I stay in that space of elevating the most high, because that's the best thing you can do. Is everything else outside of that is just nothingness. You know what I'm saying? It's a waste of time. It's really a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we indulge, we go and do stuff, like you don't want to be too so heavily bound that you're no earthly good. You know what I'm saying? You still operate within the world, but know where your focus should be. Know what is being opened up to you through the Holy Ghost. You know what I'm saying? And I always be thankful to the Holy Spirit, because I know the consciousness that I've been elevated to, and I'm always grateful for that. You know what I'm saying? Because that could be snatched away. That was the Most High is allowing that to be opened up to us. You know what I'm saying? So I be constantly just after the Most High. You know what I'm saying? All the time, and and I'm aware of what's going on. So that's why I be locked in on. Like, I don't be playing no games, man. Like, that's where I stay. I stay right in that space. Just a matter of, when you feeling like you may be out of bounds or something. I'm always, I always say that. Even when I talk to my lady, I be telling her like I'm operating the way I am because of the Most High, and I'll be like, you not that important, because the Most High is elevated over everything.
Right.
If I'm choosing to elevate you, then I'm moving based on your feelings. I'm not moving based on how the Most High is looking at me. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you will benefit. But yeah, I know you asked me that question about growing up, but it kind of just
No, that's
it
cool.
took me there. Yeah, it took me there. Just that's kind of where I was going.
Because that's even something to dig into. Because like how you say, when you was around people, and you can see a lot of compromise, but they elevated money. It was always, okay, I'm at 10,000, I got to get 100,000. So it's like you only reaching as high as the money can take you.
Yeah.
Compared to us, it's like what you saying, the Most High. It's like it's a continuously. It's just you just keep stretching your mind, which is why the Holy Ghost has to keep revealing Himself. You know what I mean? So how do you feel like spiritually now?
Spiritually, I mean, it's continuing to grow, yes, but like I know this the best space, because it's a continual growth. So just spiritually, man, that's where I stay. Like I want to stay there, like because I'm aware of what's been opened up to me. So it's like it's a never ending. It's like it's a fire that is within you. You know what I'm saying? Within your spirit to be, because you have the indignation, the righteous indignation of what done happened to you. So you aware, and I know who the enemy is, and I know who I'm battling up against. So to be aware and consciousness that's where our fight is. That's where I choose to stay, because ain't no fighting around, in the world. It's it's humans here and stuff like that, but even when it comes to my family and stuff, I know that I know who you governed by. I know who you govern by, even with these jobs. I know who
Mm.
y'all govern by. Any situation that we dealing with, I know who y'all govern by. But I'm up here. I'm the fight up here in the
Mm.
spirit. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's what that poise is. That like, okay, I see what's going on. I'm not arguing with you.
Yeah.
I know who govern over you, the fight in the spirit. So I'm staying up there. You know what I'm saying? Every spiritual battle is won or lost at the threshold of the mind. So I'm staying up in the spiritual realm in these conversations and dealing with these people because out here in Seattle it's very it's a lot of different people out here,
Yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying? It's I think it's the best place that we can be with what we doing. It's like the Most High got us in a perfect space of just dealing with so many different type of individuals. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Just that teaching us, showing us how to govern. Like I be thinking about stuff like that, like just dealing with all these different type of people. It's just like you learning how to govern over nations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's so many different type of individuals. It's so many people here from different countries and stuff like that. We learning to govern over the nations. You know what I'm saying? That's the space. That's where the mind. That's what my mind is.
Mm.
So I'm very aware of like what's going on, and I'm always conversing with the Holy Spirit. I'm always okay. I see what you're doing. Like even in conversations where it may be somebody trying to, say something a certain way or stuff, something like it just continuing to operate in that love. Like I said, love conquers all. So you pardoning people. You a king. You know what I'm saying. Even the women that are remnant, they're queens. They're pardoning people. Like you not letting nobody knock you off your pivot of
Mm.
you operating before the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Because this individual is showing up the way they do. So just continuously staying in that perfection too. Because I really talk like that. Like, and I be every time somebody asks me how my day is or something, I always say perfect. I purposely say that. I'm so used to it now. If I don't say it, I feel a
Yeah.
way about it. And people will really like, I done had cats like, for real, you feel like you perfect? Like what you mean? Like you don't want to go home? Like if I'm a work or something, a cat might ask me, I'm like, man, yeah, everything is perfect, man. And
Mm.
they just be like, nah, man, you want to go home. I know you tired. I'm like, nah, man, I'm good. Like people really want you to think like them.
Yeah.
They don't see they don't understand why you could feel like you're perfect.
Mm.
Like you thinking that life is perfect, everything is good because of what they dealing with. They don't see that. Like, no, you gotta be
Yeah.
struggling.
I gotta be
You
something.
Yeah, you gotta be struggling in
Mm.
some area of your life. No, we got the information, we got our original culture, so we know what perfection is, and we can
Mm-hmm.
operate in that because our mind ain't stuck in the indoctrination and worried about what's going on around us because it's just it can whatever comes uh to us, if it is something, you know what I'm saying, because yeah, it's stuff that we constantly pushing through. We are going through the salting process, being purified. So it's always, like that good attitude. The only clear evidence of faith is a good attitude. So when you operating as such, that all comes along with that perfection, you know what I'm saying, just keeping that mind where it is because you ain't focused on what's in the world. And that's the indication of that, where your focus is. That's
Mm.
why I can easily say everything is perfect. I can say that because my mind is really in the mind. I'm really in the thought of perfection in the spirit. That's why I'm focused on. I'm
Mm.
not worried where I can give place to the enemy. Now he can do what he do because now I'm speaking how I feel and
Right.
I'm tired of this. I'm going through this.
Mm.
Yeah, come on over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get.
Reel
Yeah,
you in.
I know what you mean. Come on to me. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's real. It's a real deal. It's a real deal. It's war. We are remnant. You know what I'm saying? That's really what be going on every day. And when you conscious of that you stay in that space. You know what I'm saying? It's a constant battle. To keep the enemy up under your feet and just being resolved. You know what I'm saying? Being resolved and operating in your life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because it is things that we are experiencing, this is like the best time for us because we are learning, we going through our salting, the Most High not gonna put us in no space where we're not prepared to,
Yeah, govern.
operate in,
Yep.
right? So it's just the best time to learn and be conscious of what's going on in every situation because I'm looking at everything in the spirit. That's where my mind be at. That's how locked in I be. Hmm.
So where do you see yourself in 5 years within the information?
Man, I really, you know, whatever that is, I know it's gonna be a lot going on, but I really don't be getting caught up in like what's gonna be going on because I don't want to limit the Most High. Yeah, I don't want to limit the Most High in what he, because I could say, well, I think I'll be doing this and doing that, and the Most High like, but I got this for you though.
Yeah.
Like, what you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So I don't never try to limit the Most High and like where something could be, but we are in anticipation though. You know what I'm saying? That is our culture to be in anticipation. So like I don't really be, getting into that space because you don't know how big the blessing can be, for you to, whatever
Yeah.
the Most High has for us, it's like you thinking corporate, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever the Most High got for all of us, because when the Most High move, he gonna move. It just make sure you in bounds,
Yeah.
make sure you know what I'm saying, operating how you supposed to. So whatever I know in 5 years, I'm gonna be under obedience and submission.
Yeah.
I know that.
Hey, that's the best thing that could possibly
Yeah,
happen.
that's
That
what I
can happen.
know. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the 24 elders operating in right now. And they around the Most High,
Yeah.
and they sitting at their throne. So, hey, man, that's all I'm focused on, man. Is that obedience and submission, man. Just standing in that perfection, operating, keeping that good attitude, keeping that faith. You know what I'm saying? That's where I be. That's where I stay right there for sure.
So to your audience that may be asking, like, because every religious, Christians, Muslims, they all believe they operate in submission and obedience. They don't understand like what makes y'all submission and obedience different from ours. We read the Bible, we go by the law, and what's the difference? What makes God for y'all and compared to us? Like, what I'm saying? What would be what could you explain that? Like, what would be that difference? Like, what makes Key powerful? What makes you so determined to know that you can conquer them compared to everybody else?
Because of what I know and the fact that my life is matching my words and my words is matching my life. You know what I'm saying? All them cats that are in them religions and stuff like that, they do a lot of talking. You know what I'm saying? It's a constant speaking on what they're doing this and doing that. And I know who I am. I'm not finna twist nobody arm about it. I ain't finna make nobody believe, you know what I'm saying, this and that. Is what we got over here is value based, you know what I'm saying? And if they can't see it, that's on them, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna continue to do what I do under this obedience and submission that I have.
Right.
I don't know what type of obedience and submission they got. You know what I'm saying? I know the one I got, and I know what the Most High has shown me, and you know what I'm saying, what I've seen through experiences and what that I've seen. The Most High has never appeared to me, but the experiences, the dreams that I have, in our culture, you know what I'm saying, is the Most High is connects to us through our dreams. You know what I'm saying? Through like the Holy Spirit. So with the things that the Most High has showed me through the Holy Ghost within my dreams, I know that like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I know that if I wasn't, then it wouldn't, my spiritual consciousness, it wouldn't be there. You know what I'm saying? Because we operating in the spirit, And that's not to say just because I'm not having a dream that the Most High not with me. Nah, that might be a little area where the enemy can try, try to get placed to the enemy. Oh, you not having no dreams, the Most High ain't with you.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. I just thought about that. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? The enemy be trying to slip. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I know what has been shown to me. You know what I'm saying? Within coming into the information. So just our obedience and submission is predicated on how we are operating in our life. You know what I'm saying? And how we showing up. The obedience and submission that they claim that they got, it might not be making no sense because y'all saying one thing and then doing the
living
next.
another. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not matching. It has to match. Everything has to match. How are you operating? What are you displaying to your people, and how they seeing you operate? Is you talking about you doing this when you doing your sermon or whatever, and then when you leave there, you a whole different person.
Yeah.
You operate in a whole different way. So it's the life matching the words and the words matching the life. You know what I'm saying? And just we not just talking. It's weight to what we saying. It's weight because we really operating as such, and we not just talking. So yeah, that's the difference I believe between us and them. You know what I'm saying? It's value based over here. You gotta value it. So if they saying their obedience and submission is a certain way, well, the obedience and submission that we have, y'all got to come see it. Y'all got to come get it from us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The remnant. So hey, do your thing, you know what I'm saying? But we under obedience and submission over here before the Most High. That's what I know, you know.
Yep. Demonstration.
Yeah.
Yep. So if the Most High gave you a country right now and told you govern over this, what would you start enforcing?
What would I start enforcing? It would definitely the first thing is obedience and submission. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing that that needs to be known, that everybody needs to be aware of that, and that open that up to the people and begin to open up the what they need to know about how to operate within this country. You know what I'm saying? That because you said I'm governed over it, right? Okay, yeah. So opening up the things about why you should be operating in obedience and submission, because the revelation is in the why. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to break it down to people. And so if the Most High doesn't allow me to govern over a country, then I obviously must have some receipts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It should be something I done did to they seeing that it's in my life, and I done live that, because ain't nobody finna listen to you. You just coming over here talking. Well, y'all finna do this. Y'all finna be under obedience and submission. Hold on, bro. Who are you? What have you done to show us that we should be listening to you? You know what I'm saying? So just having those receipts, and then you are able to show people that you can lead them because of what you conquered in your life. You know what I'm saying? And what you've done. But that's how you spark that thing off. Obedience and submission, and just open up to them. Why this? Why that? You got to explain stuff to people. You know what I'm saying? It's up to them to apply it. But that's the best way, I believe, it is to show people. You know what I'm saying? To make a shift somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That's how you spark it off. That's what I see. And just go ahead.
And just to think about that, like how each country like operate in some type of like paganism. So it's like how we say we operating over different, coming to Seattle, all these different nationality, like ethnicities and stuff like that. Everybody have their own beliefs when we talk about cultural sensitivity. And stuff like that. So like that would be an important thing to enforce, why submission and obedience, and why your God is even more sending you to be capable to govern something like that. I want to know, what was one of your favorite prophets or one of your favorite ancestors, and why?
So my number one is definitely Enoch. Enoch is definitely my favorite ancestor because of him the way that it happened, because I'm so into the angels and the heavens, like I be so into that, like it's just such an infatuation for it because it's just it's not human.
So you don't
So
mind if the Most High pop up with an angel right now? You want to see one?
nah, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I'm gonna say,
I'm
hey.
in anticipation for that, and it's funny because I was talking about that out in Hawaii. We was out there. I was saying, were you out there? We was talking about it about how we was like giving our that Sunday. We
Mm.
were talking outside. We was outside.
In that little shed or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah.
after we moved to
Okay.
like the street and we were talking out there, I was bringing it up about how I'm after Enoch and stuff, and and after I said that, the Holy Spirit put on me was like, "Well, get in this book then,
Yeah,
since you so after
yeah.
him." You know what I'm saying? So I did, and just with Enoch, the way that it happened, well, the whole thing was the thing that's so, interesting about him is that the Most High just took him up there. He didn't die. He didn't experience death.
Mm.
He just like brought him up there and like he just up around the angels.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he kicking it with them. They like literally Enoch was able to explore everything that they wanted him to see about the heavens. You know what I'm saying? And he was asking all these questions like, "What's that? What's this?" Like when get into his book, it's like him breaking down
Mm.
like all the stuff that they were showing him, like the reason why the sky is like this, just things like how stars have like accountability to the Most High. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like things like that people don't think about.
Yeah.
The way that the weather is governed over, like the rain, the storm, like all of that it is governed by the angels. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? Just and people can believe whatever they want to believe, but within our culture, that's what we know. What is put out for us to know.
Mm.
And Enoch got the chance to experience that so he can share it, because the quote unquote Bible, our history book, it comes from experiences.
Mm.
So
Mm.
that was his experience that he had and that he shared. You know what I'm saying? So it's him being able to be up around the angels, that he know their names and everything. Like he was really up around the angels that are higher. It's like different levels of ones that are like the leaders, and
Mm.
it's very deep. You know what I'm saying? The specificness of how things are going on within the heavens. You know what I'm saying? So that just always continues to spark my interest. So he is my favorite ancestor because he was that pleasing to the Most High where he didn't even like experience death. You know what I'm saying? The fact that like what was you doing that the Most High was like,
Yeah,
just
I'm gonna
come
take
on up
you.
here,
Yeah.
man. Like you pleasing me. You really pleasing me. Like
Mm-hmm.
just come on. So that's why he's my number one ancestor because that's my whole thing. Just pleasing the Most High. How can I please you, Most High?
Mm-hmm.
What do I need to do to continue to get close to you? You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So that's why he's my number one ancestor. Out of the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely Enoch for
That's why I
sure.
love that A&P too, because
Hmm.
they explain it too. Like they say he walked habitually
Hmm.
before the Most High. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Noah, he was blameless. Them
Hmm.
like they don't really know about the class yesterday, but that whole purity
Yeah, yeah.
aspect of it, and that's
Hmm.
what the Most High is. That's why he can come down here right now. You won't be able to look at him because the glory,
Hmm.
the purity,
Yeah, he
the
shine.
man, dude, like what man? I can't see this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's so just his nature.
The holiness. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You gonna break down, man. It's gonna be like,
Hmm.
yeah, but Enoch is definitely heavy, man.
For
Cause
sure.
mine's is Elijah, so you already know
Yeah,
that
yeah.
both got taken up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, for
man, dang,
sure. Yeah, man. That
yeah,
that stuff is heavy. Yeah, you said walk. Yeah, walked habitually.
walk
You know what I'm
habitually,
saying?
yeah,
Like it was. The root word is habit, and
yeah,
that so it was. He
yeah,
consistently, habitually walked before the Most High. He
mm-hmm.
continually kept his focus there. You know what I'm saying?
And
So.
then,
Hmm.
cause I even kind of got to look at this too, even the information. like what was the information at that time being given for him to be able to walk habitually before the Most High, which I think we have an advantage because
Absolutely.
we got the information through Dre, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
to keep that connection pure.
Yeah, he
Oh,
laid
man,
it.
that's powerful, man.
It is powerful because it's like he laid it all out for us. He experienced those 40 years and it's just all there for us. You know, that's why when I first came into information, that first like live, he was like, eat.
Yeah.
And I ain't stopped. Like I've been doing it ever since because all that attention to the world, you know, why not? Why not lock into the Most High? Why not stay focused on your God, you know what I'm saying, and continue to please Him? And that's where I stay. That's why I be so locked in. You know, it's now I'm in the scriptures more, you know, like I'm gonna be doing something within this information. Something gonna have to do with the Most High within my day. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take that time. The Most High gonna get his time every day with me somehow. If it's in a class, if it's me reading the scriptures, if it's me praying, you know what I'm saying? You know, because we are in the scripture, it says to pray without ceasing. You know what I'm saying? So praying without ceasing, you don't stop.
You don't stop.
It don't come to no end. You know what I'm saying? You always after him. So that's where I be at. That's why I can say it's something I'm after the Most High in some way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing something in regards to him, to staying focused on him while I live it.
Yeah.
While I live it, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to be in that space of just always watching classes all day, every day. Okay, you need to live it though. That's important. Yeah, I need to say that too. That's important. You need to be living the information. You know what I'm saying? So you have to have that balance because you can't be like, you know, you got your family and stuff like that. Now you on like some mute stuff. You don't want to get to that space.
Yeah.
You want to have the information, the foundation of it. Now you have the foundation, go live it. That's what's most important. Are you really living this thing? You know what I'm saying? Because somebody can watch the classes all day, but is that your life though? You have to live it. People watch stuff all the time, but are they operating in it, in this information? You have to live it. You have to operate in it. That's how you get the growth spiritually because you're living it. So when how deep I was in the classes, you know, I still am, but when I'm living it, when I'm putting it to the test to see if it's working, now I'm seeing that it's working. And as I'm operating in it, okay, that worked. Now it's molded in me like this worked for me. This is how I'm supposed to be operating in my life. So I'm gonna keep applying it. That's how you grow within the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because now these principalities is seeing that you really like you living like that, and that's what you fighting there. That's what your fight is. Now they knowing who you are in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? It's that's real. They know, okay, he ain't, we know he for real. You know what I'm saying? He want to keep us up under his feet. He not playing. We can't do nothing with him. You know what I'm saying? So it's about living it. You know, but it's great when people come into the information. Yes, you need to be digging in for real because we done came so far, you know what I'm saying? Within it, they got to get that foundation. If you just trying to look at like the classes now, you gotta go back. You really gotta get that foundation built up in you so you can live it and you know what's going on. Because we moving, man. The space we in, it's moving fast. And I was having a conversation earlier with a loved one about how time was so slow before the information. Like your days would be so slow. It'd be like you just chilling. You be at the house. You be just, you know, nothing going on. But then the information is so fast. Like I was just going over the pictures of us in LA when I first met y'all, embracing everybody. I feel like it was last week. Like it feel like it just happened. You know what I'm saying? And for us to all be in this space and be in Seattle all together now, you know what I'm saying? You close by, like that's wild, man. How the Most High move, you know, just the beauty of our culture, and we together, man. Don't know nothing match this. You know what I'm saying? whoever don't like this, they like I be telling my family, if you don't like it, it's a long line
Yeah.
of people that don't like, what's going on. Go and get you a number and get in the line back there. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Cause this ain't finna stop. It ain't nothing finna come between the prophecy that we looking forward to, the anticipation that we have of our God, you know what I'm saying? So, just living this thing, man. That's the best thing people can do is live it. For real.
Man, shoot, I mean that cover up everything, man. I was gonna ask, man, any last things you said, but man, if y'all ain't got that, I mean, I don't even know what to say. That was heavy, man. Yeah, I appreciate your time,
Yes,
bro.
sir,
That was,
man.
man,
Yes,
got Key up in
sir.
the house,
Yes,
man. Let's
sir.
go, man.